Recording. Okay. All right, we're recording.
Okay.
I think we're solid. Solid as a rock. All right, here goes everybody. The show for Tuesday right now begins in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you know what you have to do for me? I'm not talking to you.
Hi, my name's Megan. I like long walks on the beach and pigskin.
This is the morning stream. Shut up, baby, I know it.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to TMS. It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I almost said it was Monday. It's not. It's Tuesday. Tuesday the 17th, December of 2019. I'm Scott Johnson. That guy's Brian Ibbett. How you doing? How you feeling?
Hi, I'm doing better. Doing better than yesterday. You can still hear a little bit in my voice, but I licked one too many doorknobs. I have this goal to lick every doorknob in Las Vegas, and
wow.
Only got through about half of them.
I was gonna say it's kind of a delayed reaction because you haven't been to Vegas since how long's it been? So
yeah,
it's taken a little while.
April, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
No, that
Has it
can't be
been?
right.
Wait.
Oh
April?
no, August for my 50th birthday.
Oh right. Who could forget Brian's 50th?
The 50th. The debauchery really wasn't. There was no debauchery at all.
No.
Sadly.
I mean, Dave was there, but
I know, but even it's hard for. Let's just put it on the line here.
Yeah.
It's hard for us to be debaucherous when our wives are with us.
Oh,
we kinda
right.
Have to be,
right.
We have to be anti-bauchery.
Yeah, you have to be debauchery almost sounds like you're removing the debauchery, or you're removing the botchery.
Well, D is usually like of, right? So it's of the botchery.
Of the botchery. Yeah.
Right. So sans botchery? I don't know what
sans botchery. All right. No, I like that.
I'd like to know what the root of debauchery is, and what is it really has to come from botch, right?
Yeah, I like it. Like Stephen Bochco. Debauchery means that's when you kick
or,
him off the show he's running. There you go. Nailed it.
Or Botch, Titus Welliver's character on that awesome Amazon series.
Oh, Botch. Yeah, I love Botch season 3. It was excellent. Really couldn't get enough of
where he
Botch.
goes after the killer, right?
Yeah,
he goes after the killer.
He goes after the killer. He struggles internally with internal affairs because they think his methods are a little rough.
That's right.
It's
they don't like his methods. He battles with his captain.
Yeah, his divorce is really. He
yeah.
still can't quite get over that. He still tries to spend time with his daughter, but at the end of the day, he's still Botch.
That's right.
Anyway, hey, so you're feeling better-ish, and that's good. But, man, I'm glad it wasn't the one. So I've been hearing that there was some secret flu this year, like the one that nobody saw coming, so none of the vaccinations will solve it or any of that. So whatever
might be it.
Yeah, whatever shot you got did not protect against whatever. This might be it, but I don't know, man. This is putting people in hospitals. I don't think you got it. I think you got a lower-end thing. Or something.
Secret flu. God,
Yeah.
I love that. I love the sound of that. Like,
yeah,
like you cross the velvet rope and you get the secret flu.
Secret flu, everybody. So anyway, I hope it doesn't turn into more than that, and I'm glad that you're alive. That's really what matters.
How'd you get the secret flu? Well, I know a guy. I know a guy on the inside.
You gotta know people. It's all about who you know.
It's all about who you know to get that secret flu.
So I got a question. This is an ethical question.
Okay. All right.
To start today's program. Don't worry, everybody. We're going to get to the Monday morning film review plus some additional stuff. When Brian's sick, what does he do? Well, we'll find out. Before we do that, though, here's the ethical question. So the other night, Carter and I were at home alone, and we were both working on projects that are way overdue. We were both drawing in the same room, creating art like you do. And we both were like, we got to get food soon because we have this diet where we stop eating at 7. There's no eating after 7. So it's like,
is she doing the same thing?
Oh yeah, and she's doing great with it too. So it's working out real good. By the way,
because she really needs to lose a lot of weight. Boy, that Carter.
Well, she has some goals. She's just trying to reach them. We'll see how it goes for her. But in my case, my goal is a healthy weight loss, and I'm happy to say I'm down 20 total pounds now. from
Nice.
when this all started. When was that? October, I guess. End of
I think so,
October,
yeah.
something like that. So yeah,
Something like
20 down, and basically, let's see, that puts me at about 25 to go or 30 to go, or where I want to be. But 20 down is feeling good. Anyway, so we're like, we should eat. Let's get salads. And one of our favorite places to get salads is Wing Nuts, because it's just up the road. We have free delivery from DoorDash. We're lazy. Oh, also, the car wasn't there. Came out of the car. So it wouldn't have mattered if you're lazy or not. So we were like, all right, we're just going to call it in and get it in here. Now, here's the thing. We eat at Wing Nuts occasionally. And when we do, I always get the Wing Nuts salad with like some kind of chicken in there. And then you get to choose what kind of stuff you want on there. And I always like the Carolina mustard flavor thing. And so I'm just used to getting what I get. So I order that. And it's a mixed greens kind of salad, like a leafy greens sort of thing. Not what's the different kinds of lettuce I'm thinking of? Not romaine.
Not romaine. Well, there was a big recall with romaine.
That's true. That was last year, though, I think. I think they're over that
No,
now.
December
Oh,
this year. Like
that's
this
still
month.
happening? Oh, Lord. Well,
Yeah.
I feel okay this morning, so I think we're okay.
Okay, good.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
cool.
that
Yeah,
leads me to
you
my
know.
problem. So they normally fill this thing full of like arugula and different kinds of stuff, which I like a lot. I'm a fan of that. These salads show up, it's all romaine, 100% across the board, and this is maybe the 20th salad I've gotten from them over the years, so I know what it normally is.
Sure.
And this
Makes
totally
sense.
isn't it. This is like, now one of two things happen. Someone there screwed up and went, oh, whoops, wrong lettuce, oh well, or didn't even know they did it and they just sent it with the wrong thing. Or they ran out of the good stuff and they substituted romaine.
Iceberg?
Or, no, it was romaine. It was all romaine in there.
Oh, romaine.
So,
okay.
romaine with like the bump in the middle and the two leafy little
Yeah,
little
right, like
labia
the-
off to the side, like freaking,
Oh, jeez.
it's like a little
But
teepee.
yeah, but you're saying so they usually use iceberg.
They usually use this like leafy green mix thing that's like
Oh, gotcha.
arugula and other stuff. I think there's spinach in
Okay.
there and some other things. So it's usually a lot more like, I don't know what to call it. What do you call that? Just mixed green lettuce.
Green mix. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, something like
'cause
that.
it's- Yeah, that's
But
that's what the bags of stuff that we get for salad is called. It's called green mix.
Yeah, green mix. Green mix. Anyway,
Green
that's the kind I like. It's better for you. There's more nutrients in there. Plus, I just like it better. It tastes better. It's just better. And instead, it's this freaking ridgy, thick, awful romaine, which I don't like generally anyway. I don't like romaine like at all. I hate romaine.
I don't like romaine.
I don't like romaine. So I don't eat romaine. I just don't like it.
How can you not like romaine?
I don't know what it is. It's not my thing, which is good when there's a recall because it seems like romaine's always the one getting screwed. And
it does, yes.
And you know why? I think I know why. It's because they got that funky ridge thing in the middle of the leaves. So you got the middle hump, you got the two little ding dongs, and in the middle, there's almost like a little hole in the middle.
Yeah.
And in that little hole, I think a little bacteria goes in there and says, sweet, a hiding place. That's why I think those get recalled all the time.
Yeah, I can. Yep.
So anyway.
I mean, that's why basically when you're working with romaine lettuce, you can't just like take the head, put it underwater, and go swoosh, 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 swoosh. You've got to actually like peel each
Yes.
leaf off and watch each one individually. Then you got to cut off like the base of each stem.
Yeah.
And then you chop, 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 chop.
Yes.
Rough chop.
Yes. I am not into it. No wonder she put Stamos at the end of her romaine name, because what a terrible name.
That's cutting off the stamos.
Yeah, that's
basically.
right.
She
Cutting
took
off
her
the
romaine.
Stamos.
She took a romaine and she cut off the stamos.
Well, the house was pretty
It all
full.
makes sense now.
Yeah, it all makes sense. Anyway, so here's the deal. I ate it, but here's the question: should I? And I didn't enjoy it very much. Okay, I ate it, but I didn't enjoy it. Is it
But I didn't like it.
It's like a $10 salad. It's not ridiculous, but not cheap either. And in my head the whole time, like, I should say something. I should say something. I should say something. Should I say something when the wrong lettuce is in your salad, or is that just making someone's life too hard and I should forget it and just coast on down the road? There's the
I think
ethical
you should
question.
say something. I think you should say something, but it doesn't have to be a thing. You can just say, "Hey, just want to check with you guys. Ordered a salad from you yesterday. It was a different kind of lettuce than you usually use. Is this the lettuce you're going to be using from now on? Because then I just won't order salads from you, or
I'll just get the
or
wings
was
next
this just a
time.
one-time thing?
Sure. Okay. You know what? That's
phrase
what I'm
it
gonna do.
Phrase it as a as a way of saying, if you're going to continue using this lettuce, I'm going to get my salads elsewhere because I'm not a fan of that lettuce. But
all right, you convinced me. That's what I'm going to do.
yeah,
I'm going to do it. Just because, and I'm not even going to say, I won't even make the big deal about, well, I guess we won't be getting salads here. I'm just going to say, did you guys, is that a change permanent or is that just a one-off? And depending on what they say, I'll say, oh, okay, well, that explains my confusion. I'll probably just order differently next time or something.
Right. Can I tell you what I predict?
Well, yeah, tell me what you think they're going to do.
You're going to get some teenager that basically, hello, wing nuts. Yeah, I got a salad yesterday and it's a different kind of lettuce. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't buy the lettuce.
This place is typically run by, I don't know how to describe them, 20-something hipsters with a new tattoo every week. That's how I would describe it. But they're not they're not young. There's nobody's in their high school years anymore. They're all like in their 20s or older, but they all look like they're just a little bit on the fringe of I don't know. Like I don't know where they're headed. I don't know where they're going. I don't know where they've been. There's just there's kind of a mystery quality to these people. I don't like to generalize, but there is definitely that vibe over there. So you're probably right. I'm probably going to get just somebody who's like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
There's just
I'd
lettuce.
be curious. I mean, it'd be. That's my prediction, is that you're going to get the. I don't know. Somebody else buys the lettuce. You're probably out. I don't know. You want some wings?
Yeah, you want some wings? We have a lot of those. They have so much chicken it's coming out of our butts.
Like, who goes to a Chinese restaurant? Some Chinese restaurant orders the hamburger. We're wing nuts.
Their salad. They put on their menu world famous winger salad or wing nut salad. Yeah. So
I wonder what's world. I guess it's world famous for mystery lettuce.
yeah, for
The
never
spinning the wheel of lettuce.
yeah never
Which one-
never knowing which green leaf you're gonna get.
That's right. Exactly.
Bastards. Quick email that leads us nicely into MMFR, RF,
Cool.
FR. Sorry.
Really, TMFR.
TMMFR. Right. Wait. The
Tuesday morning film review.
It should be.
TMFR.
Should be. Oh, because we changed it from
'Cause
Monday.
It's Tuesday.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah,
we
that would
changed
make
it on
sense.
our-
Because you're saying the Tuesday, Monday morning film review. All right. Movie email from somebody first. It says, this is Dylan. Wrote in, says, hey, Scott, my name is Dylan. I'm from St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada. I think I have a funny story for the morning stream. The other night, my fiance were in Niagara Falls, and I decided to see Knives Out. Knives Out. Good movie.
Knives Out.
Great movie. One of the best movies I've seen this year.
Agreed.
I liked I Am Dolomite a little bit better. Or My Name is Dolomite. Anyway, upon taking our seats, a rather large man came up the stairs and sat in the aisle seat adjacent to us. He made a few wheezy breathing noises, but that was about it. Until the lights went out and the movie started. We heard him bang a small metal tin in his hand, which turned out to be chewing tobacco. What preceded was 2 hours of a brilliant film, only dampened by this man horking and spitting his tar mouth into a cup every 15 minutes or so. So I am all aboard any service that lets you watch these movies at home. Anyway, just wanted to be able to let Brian know he is not the only one with his theater freaks. Love the show, even though I got the chaff. Dylan. All right, Dylan.
Oh man. Okay, that would be enough to make Tina and I move.
Mm-hmm.
Being next to a guy who's chewing and spitting every 15 minutes.
Oh, seats. You don't mean cities. You don't mean neighborhoods. You mean seats.
I don't mean neighborhoods.
Okay.
Yeah, theaters. No, I
Okay.
just mean seats.
All right, I
We move
gotcha.
to the farthest point in the theater that we can get.
Dylan, this is for you.
I have the chaff.
There you go. That's just for you, buddy.
Jeff.
All right, Tuesday morning film review from Brian Ibbett. What'd you see?
All right, so we went out Friday night and we saw Dark Waters.
Dark Waters.
Dark Waters. This is the one with Bruce Banner.
Oh,
it's got your
right.
Mark Ruffalo. It's got your Anne Hathaway.
Mm-hmm.
It's got your Victor Garber.
Mm-hmm.
It's got your Tim Robbins. Basically, it's a retelling, a dramatization of, or not really dramatization, but it's a retelling of the DuPont scandal fiasco, where they're basically dumping their pollution from their Teflon factory into rivers, or a river in West Virginia. And basically they just kept dumping it in there. People were noticing that there was a higher case of cancer there. They were noticing that cows were dying, stuff like this. And this guy, Ruffalo, plays a corporate lawyer who works for a law firm that frequently represents DuPont. And now he's kind of got to turn and say, oh no, DuPont's the bad guy. I'm going against, one of the biggest companies in our law firm and battle them.
Okay.
Here's what blows my mind. The movie starts in like the 70s, the initial stuff takes place in the 70s, but really a bulk of the film takes place in the 90s.
And none of this has to do with the guy that killed people, right? That's a whole different DuPont story, right?
The guy that killed people?
Yeah, the one in the Steve Carell movie, the one where the rich DuPont heir. I forgot the name of that.
The wrestling coach.
Yeah, the guy was all into wrestling, and then he ended up shooting a wrestler, and then went crazy. And anyway,
yeah, very different.
He's a DuPont heir, so that's why I was wondering if there was any connection there.
Yep, has nothing to do with that.
All right.
And I can't remember the name of that film. It's not Snowpiercer, but it's kind of a name like Snowpiercer.
Yeah, it's the name of the place they're at, or the name of the coach, or the class, or something. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah. Anyway. Sorry, distraction.
Anyway, so yeah, Darkwater, pretty good. I wouldn't say Foxcatcher. That's it.
Yeah, Foxcatcher. There you go. Snowpiercer, Foxcatcher. Yeah.
Yeah. Snowpiercer, Foxcatcher. It's a noun followed by another noun with an ER at the end.
Sure.
It's pretty good. I don't think it's going to be in the nomination list, but it is a potential contender according to Hollywood Reporter. It's like they've got their front runners. There are 10 movies that they're saying these are the front runners, and then there's like 5 movies that are like contenders, and then long shots and stuff like that.
Dark Waters. Here it is on. I'm trying to find current reviews. Seems to be reviewing pretty well.
It's good. I mean, it makes. Oh yeah, here's the thing that blew my mind. The movie starts in the 90s. It's pretty much still going on. Like it's still
an issue, still a thing,
still an issue. Yeah, this guy that Mark Ruffalo plays is still fighting cases for these Teflon-caused cancer issues. So it's like, okay, well, think of that when you're cooking your eggs in your Teflon pan. And
yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, 92% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Yeah.
Still, I would put Parasite as my favorite movie I've seen for this current Oscar field.
By the time you're done with all of these pre-Oscar, Beatty Oscar things, I'm excited to hear your top 5.
Yeah, okay.
And then what we should do is we should roll that. We should take – okay, so here's what we should do this year. We should go, all right, Brian's seen them all, so here's his top 5 that he'd like, but here's his top 5 here's his actual predictions.
Here's the ones that I think that are going to be nominated.
Yeah, because you may
so
still –
nominations happen January 13th.
Yeah.
And so I'll give my predictions that week, like the Monday before. Oh, no, I guess the 13th is a Monday. So it'll be the Friday. Still want to see Uncut Gems. I'm hearing really good things about Uncut Gems. And 1917, still want to see.
Oh, yeah. I hear that's amazing. I've heard nothing but good things about that thing.
Yeah.
If I'm going to predict, let me think about that for a second. Yeah, I'm going to make a prediction here.
All right.
I think that no, I'm not going to say it here. I'm not going to do it here. I'll do it off air.
Really?
Yeah, I got to think about it.
Okay.
I got to think about it.
Okay. All right.
Hey, what?
I mean, right now my 5 would be Parasite, Marriage Story. These are my favorite 5 that I've seen.
Yeah.
Knives Out.
Yeah.
What else? God, what else would I put up there?
Yeah,
I've got to look at what we've seen. Hold on a second. Stand by.
It's all good.
Oh, Jojo Rabbit for sure. Jojo Rabbit was fantastic. And Honey Boy. That would be my 5
Honey
right
Boy
there.
would be in there. Okay.
Honey Boy was really good.
They have slots for 10, but I think 5 is a safer thing because they can kind of move around.
5, yeah.
I'll just say what I was going to say. I think that this is maybe I just don't want to cause a big stir. Maybe it's not that big a deal, but I'll bet you 1917 just wins it, and here's why. Hollywood likes a big war movie. And I think that movie will probably get Best Picture. I'm just going to call it now so that later down the road we can have this conversation again, and we'll see if Scott's insane or not. But I just have this feeling, sight unseen, because I haven't seen it. I think a movie of that epic magnitude probably scratches the Oscar itch most.
It depends on how good it is. I mean, we saw Midway, which is, it's a war movie. And I don't think it's going to be, I don't even think it's a contender. I don't even think it's going to be in the if they, when they do 10, I don't think they're going to include Midway. War doesn't automatically, but it does help.
Sure.
If 1917 is really good, then the fact that it's a war movie will be enough to push it into the top 10, into the contenders.
I like it. Well, we'll see. And I love that you're watching these. So the rest of us who can't see it.
This has been a fun year for movies. Still want to see Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood too.
Oh yeah, that's out or coming out?
It's out.
It's out. Okay.
Out. Yep.
So that's the thing. I think we're seeing that Christmas Day. I think.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that's a nice uplifting Christmas movie for sure.
Yeah, we're seeing Star Wars Friday. We got they're doing a big screening at the university, and we got free invite to that, so we're gonna go to that. And that'll be fun. And then I get to meet the boy that Carter has a date with the next day. Yeah, I know.
Ooh.
Scrutiny. And then what else? Oh yeah, so that's my big plan. I'm excited. And then I got 2 giant family Christmas things this weekend. I got one at my mother-in-law's that I'm really not looking forward to, and then I got one at my mom's the next day that I'm really not so much looking forward to. I will say this though, and this is just a shout out because I know he's listening. My brother-in-law Ken rocking the coolest beard I've ever seen right now.
Really?
Yeah, you should see it. He looks great, and my sister should not make him shave it because in years past she's been a little picky about it. Misha, let that thing grow. It's gorgeous, beautiful.
Give us a description. Is it like tightly cropped? Is it the big?
It's
big old lumberjack beard.
So Ken's like business-man guy, like super smart
so he
entrepreneur
can't get away
type.
With the, right.
He usually has to, kind of close shave it. But he looks distinguished. I'm trying to think of what to compare it to, but it's like it's not messy or long. It's just nice and dark and tight. But it's also, he's our age, so he's getting a little bit of the salt and pepper going.
Yeah.
It's just a good look. I like it.
Sean Connery, I think. Who grows the best beards in your opinion? I'm going to say Sean Connery.
Ooh, that's a pretty good call. The best beards of older dudes.
Yeah.
I'll give one to. James Brolin makes a pretty good beard for an old guy.
All right.
Yeah, he looks all right. I guess Jeff Bridges is on that list, right? But his beards are gnarly. Like they're not nice.
Yeah,
kept
they're unkempt.
Beards. Yeah,
they probably taste or smell like White Russians.
Yeah. I can't think of anybody else.
Jim Carrey. I don't know Jim Carrey. Like that thing that he grew.
Oh, that was bad.
A couple of years back. That thing was horrendous.
It was too much.
David Letterman, I'd say, is in that same boat. Like, no, you got to trim that guy back.
You don't want to go for weird hill people. You want to dial that back just a little bit.
That's right. So I'm going to say right now, just really quickly to wrap up the movie thing.
Oh yeah, sorry.
If you get time to watch one more movie, Parasite. Make it Parasite. Find it. It's going to be like at an Alamo Drafthouse or a artsy theater or whatever. This is the movie to see, and it's the movie to see before you hear anything more about it.
All right. All I know is it's in Korean. That's all I know.
It is in Korean.
Yep. And they'll say the word bukkake, and I'll know what it means. Or they'll say
bukkake. What?
They'll say buracha, and I know that means boobs. Or they'll say.
Oh, I don't remember ever reading the word boobs in the subtitles.
They'll say, I used to know vagina.
Is there any way that won't end up in a mashup?
Probably not.
Like that there's no way that won't even be a soundboard from now on.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm trying
to 3 people just made it a title.
I can't remember what the word is though. My brother could tell me. That's how I learned all those things. It's my brother. Anyway, Well, that's awesome. There you go. Oh, and what'd you binge? You binge something?
Oh yeah. So I think I'm going to use one of them as my recommendal tomorrow.
Okay.
But I also binged the last season of Silicon Valley, and
Bill Gates says he was on the last episode. Is that true?
he totally was in the last episode. Yeah.
That's cool.
Still stayed absolutely true to form throughout the final season. Just an awkwardness and like every time you think something's going good for these chuckleheads, something goes bad because of their hubris or their or just basically the Jin Yang or something, like completely screwing them over. Really, really good final season, and a nice short one too. I think 7 episodes, so you can polish that thing off in about in 3.5, 4 hours.
Did you see that picture of Rashid Manjani or whatever his name is? What's his name? The one that did the Big Sick.
Nanjiani.
That's that guy.
Camille Nanjiani.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Have you seen his big buffed out freaking MCU body? My gosh.
Totally. Like, dude is ready for some Eternals, man. Holy cow.
He is ripped. Like, ripped beyond ripped. Like, that's crazy.
6-pack, but there's weird placement of the 6 in his 6-pack.
Let's see.
They don't, at least that photo does not look like they're all even. So do you see? Third Illusion just put a link in the chat room.
Yeah, look at this. Well, that one's short body.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I could look like that, if I could, have that body in a heartbeat, no problem. But it's not like you and I grew up learning how to draw by looking at superhero comic books.
Sure.
And it's like, it's like the 6-pack is boom, 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 right? Like they're all parallel and even. A couple of his cans look like they're out of the 6-pack.
I'm trying to find a full body one, and I can't find one. Oh, the Instagram
click on that third Illusion link.
I did, and it was just his torso, wasn't it? Or is up? Oh, there, I found one. Okay.
Yeah. What more are you trying to look?
Here, look at this Instagram one. Look at that one.
I'm not muscle shaming. Believe me.
Of course
I
not.
think if I could look like that again, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he's pretty veiny though. Look at the arm vein going there. Woo.
Oh yeah.
Like that is, you could run up to him and just snip one of those veins, and then all hell breaks loose.
Is that considered sinewy?
I don't know.
Are those sinewy arms?
I don't know what that would be. But he's a buff mother scratcher, dude.
He is.
And he's just they were just such kind of a dork and everything else.
Right.
That it really threw me when I saw this. In fact, I thought, oh, Photoshop, nice work, guys. And then I was looking around like, oh, no, this is legit.
Something that Guilfoyle put together.
Yeah. That's really what I thought.
By the way, Guilfoyle's still the best part of that show. Silicon Valley.
I still haven't seen Silicon Valley. Is that bad?
Have you not seen any of it?
No.
Oh, dude, there you go. There's a great binge for you this Christmas season.
And I'm a huge fan of what's his bucket?
Martin Starr.
Well, everybody, but the guy who created it. Yeah, Mike Judge. I love Mike Judge.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Mike Judge is great. Martin Starr is. This might be even more than his Freaks and Geeks character. This might be my favorite Martin Starr character of all time.
Whoa.
I can't think of another character. I like his character in Freaks and Geeks, and that would be a close second. But
he's good in everything. Name something he's bad in. I can't think of.
Yeah. There's nothing that he's not good in.
Yeah, Party Down was amazing.
He's good in Honey Boy.
Oh, he's in Honey Boy, is he?
He's in Honey Boy.
All right. He was in the Spider-Man movies here recently. He was the teacher that went on the trip with them all.
Right.
Great in
Far
that.
From Home.
Yeah, he's great in everything. Martin Starr, a true star among men.
Totally is.
Well,
and a good beard.
And a good beard. Yes.
A good beard.
The right kind of beard.
The beard we need.
The beard we need, not the one we want.
The beard we deserve.
Yeah.
We get the beard we deserve.
It's not the one we want, but it's the one we need. All right. Hey, everybody. You know what time it is, don't you? It's this.
Sound to me you've been reading a lot of newspapers printed in Washington, D.C.
Hey, it's time for the news, brought to you by
Boundless. A touch of No Man's Sky, Minecraft, and a whole lot more. Sculpt your world in this epic voxel sandbox MMO available on Steam and PS4. Made by Wonderstruck Games and published by Square Enix.
Nice.
Called Boundless.
I think that's just a listener who likes that game. I think that's what that is.
Nice, and they paid to have more people play it. Well, he wants more people to play against in his MMO.
There you go. Check this out. This is interesting news.
Okay.
Thousands of penis fish have washed onto the California beach. Yes, that's right. Penis fish.
Penis fish.
Yep. We asked for more penis fish. They wouldn't give us any more penis fish.
They're just dicks, is what they are. Man. They're just not.
If anyone hasn't seen these, here, I'll send a link.
They look like uncircumcised peni.
Yeah, like a huge massacre has occurred, and we have just gotten the proof of it. Thousands of penis fish were washed ashore on this California beach, as seen by jarring photos that are raising eyebrows due to the creature's phallic shape. The quirky marine life is often called fat innkeeper worms. Did you know that? That was the name? Fat innkeeper worms.
They look more like worms than fish, so I totally agree with that. I don't like the fact that they're called fish.
Yeah.
Or referred to as fish.
Yeah, that is weird. Their scientific name is Eurychus capo. Let's see. And an expert writes in Bay Nature that he believes the recent storm of the Drake's Beach area is the reason so many of them mysteriously appeared on the beach. Also, has anyone seen Adrian Veidt lately? Maybe Ozymandias is... maybe he's got a little bit of a penis fish generator.
I'm going to drop some penis fish.
Penis
on
fish.
the East Coast.
Penis fish.
Not binged. I watched the finale of that too. Oh, it was good.
I loved the whole season. I really loved it.
Yeah.
I know.
Me, jury.
Yeah,
It was
jury
great.
can bite me. Well, he's on later. Maybe we'll get a final opinion on his thing, how he feels at the end of it. I'm sure he hated it, but I loved it. Ivan Parr, a biologist from the western section of the Wildlife Society, spotted them on December 6th and explains that the 10-inch fat innkeeper worm typically lives underwater, burrowing in mud and sand, but the storm likely carried them ashore. It says here, I've heard my share of imaginative theories from the beachcombers, such as flotsam of a wrecked bratwurst freighter. Oh, is that what you've heard? You haven't heard constant penis references, have you? There.
The wreck of the Bratwurst Fitzgerald.
Washed ashore with the penis-looking fish. It says, however, Parr explains the sausage ship accident is not the cause of the scene. We are seeing the risk of building our home out of sand. Strong storms, especially the El Nino years, are perfectly capable of laying siege to what he calls the intertidal zone. How would you say that? Find the second to last paragraph. Intertidal zone. Intertidal zone?
Oh, here, you know what? I'm on the page because intertidal zone. Yeah, so you got the tidal zone.
Yeah.
And then within that is the intertidal zone.
I've never heard of that before. Science. Catch it.
Science.
This breaks apart the sediments. They leaves their contents stranded on shore. The spoon worm, which can live up to 25 years, feeds and swims using its spatula-shaped proboscis. It typically eats bacteria, plankton, and other small particles, which is collected using sticky mucus nets. Penis fish and sticky mucus nets. Welcome.
Sticky mucus nets. Hold on, let's try that one more time. Sticky mucus nets is a website I will never visit.
Oh, but how many people just heard that and did, though? I wonder.
StickyMucus.net.
I'm going to actually look it up.
.edu.
I'm going to look it
What?
up right
You're
now.
looking up, seeing if there's a StickyMucus.net?
No, just going to see what I get return if I do sticky mucus nets.
Oh, jeez.
All right, here's what we got.
Thick, ropey nets.
Oh, it's just more stuff about all the penis fish. That's all it is.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's popular. It's a popular share right now.
Ew. Don't do an image search, though. Jeez Louises.
No, why would you?
I don't know what I did that for. That was a mistake. Holy crap. All right. Back to life, back to reality. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good one. Tens of cobras.
Tens of cobras.
Yeah, this is all about the wildlife today. Tens of cobras are terrorizing toilets in West Jakarta. The terror of creeping cobras continues in the capital as residents of Kembangan district in West Jakarta made the terrifying discovery of tens of the venomous snakes appearing from inside their toilets on Sunday, December 15th. West Jakarta Fire and Rescue Agency operational head Iko Samarno said the cobras, measuring an average of 20 centimeters, were from a nearby warehouse that used to be a pond. I don't know. I smell a conspiracy. We got penis fish and these things.
And cobras.
Just saying, there's a lot of similarities going on. Maybe you got to kill 3 million people to save everyone. Anyway, there were 18 cobras. That's not tens of cobras.
It's not tens. Like tens with a plural implies at least 20 because there has to be a multiple of 10.
Yeah.
Not multiple of 10, but there has to be at least 2 tens to be a plural 10.
Yeah, that's not tens of cobras. That's literally 18 cobras, which you could say just as easily in your headline.
Yeah.
18 cobras terrorize toilets. I know it makes it seem like there's more, but it doesn't actually because we're smarter than you.
What would be the way to accurately sensationalize that headline? Over a dozen cobras terrorize toilets in West Jakarta.
There you go. Something closer to that.
Yeah.
More than one cobra.
Multiple cobras, or just cobras, terrorize toilets in West Jakarta.
There, even better. You don't even need to specify the number. Unless that thing's like 100, what are you even doing? Why are you even saying it?
Nobody ever says tens of something.
They got into the drainage system somehow and got up to people's toilets. Took a group of 4 firemen around 30 minutes to finally catch all 18 of these snakes. The cobras were taken to the Kembangan Fire and Rescue Agency headquarters. Now, what I like to believe, and I will continue to believe this until my grave, is that the way that they rounded up these damn snakes, Brian, was for these 4 dudes, these 4 firemen, to sit in front of a toilet with one of those long, pipey instrument things going, and made the snake come out and do this. Yep.
And then they just grab it.
They grab it while it's up there dancing because they can't resist it.
That's right.
I've seen
Well,
movies.
then the Pied Piper used a little flute to chase the snakes out of Ireland,
That's right.
or to lead the snakes out of Ireland.
Everything I know to be true, I learned in cartoons and children's television.
Correct. Yes.
Says we plan to hand the cobras over to the Indonesian Sioux Snake Foundation and Serpong Terra Gang, says Eco. That's a real sentence.
That's our plan.
Yeah, we're
So
gonna.
4 firemen, 30 minutes, 18 snakes.
Yep.
There's like a. It feels like the beginning of a math problem. If it took 4 firemen 30 minutes to catch 18 snakes, how many minutes did it take each fireman to catch a single snake?
It does sound like I hated those questions so much. I'll bet you were good at them because they sound a lot like the stuff you do when you go to Puzzle Pine and stuff.
I do like that kind of stuff.
I don't like them. I have a hard time establishing the rules in my head when someone asks that. So somebody says, like it's a story problem, they'll say, "All right, George and Paul."
Leaves.
Yeah, they walk into a building. Inside the building, and in my head, I'm going, "All right, I got to picture all this, and then what I usually do is over picture and understand the point they're trying to make.
Well, usually they front load it with all this garbage that you don't need. How many slices are on the pizza?
Right.
Well, okay, then 8.
Oh yeah, I hate that. But that's the joke of like, all right, you're driving a bus. You pick up 4 people, you let off 3. The next stop, 3 get on, 4 get off. You get to the next stop, 8 get on, but only 1 gets off. You get to the next stop, 24 people get on that bus and only 10 leave. Who's the bus driver?
Right, exactly.
And you go, "Oh, it wasn't me. It was you. You're the bus driver because I said it at the beginning." I hate those.
Yeah, plums, Scott,
The
plums.
plums. You neither take plums nor leave plums.
Right.
Think that the Riddler. All right. This is a good one. We're done with animals for now.
Okay, good.
We're to the dumbest animal ever. Human beings.
Man.
Man. Man is so dumb. Driver blows up a car with excessive use of an air freshener.
Damn.
Yeah, must have had a real stink to cover, I guess.
I asked you not to spray that in here.
Do I need to axe you twice? Don't make me axe you again.
Don't make me ask you again.
Yep. A driver caused an explosion in his car when he lit a cigarette after spraying air freshener. He used what they're saying in quotes, excessive amounts of aerosol scent before sparking up, according to firefighters. These are not the same 4 firefighters from Jakarta, of course.
No, apparently not.
Gas from the spray ignited, blew out the windscreen and windows and buckled the doors, but the man escaped with only minor injuries. I want to be in that car when this happens.
No kidding. How did he get out with only minor injuries and a nice fresh garden scent?
Yeah, he smelled great, but sadly his car is wrecked. It says
Smells
here
like summer rain.
says here this happened in Halifax, so There you go, Canada. It says, could have been worse. Warn people to follow safety advice. The motorist was in stationary traffic in Foundation Street at about 1500 GMT on Saturday when the explosion happened. It was so powerful it caused damage to windows at nearby businesses.
Jeez, so blew out nearby windows, yet he got out with minor injuries?
Yeah, what I think happened there is because he's at the epicenter, it's kind of like being in the middle of the eye of a hurricane. When it's that kind of explosion, because it's not like a bomb on your chest. It's like all around you, and it only goes out, not in.
Sure.
So I'm guessing that's why he survived that. Yeah.
Or he's unbreakable, and Mr. Glass sprayed all the air freshener in there.
I didn't think about that. It's entirely possible.
Yeah. Yep.
You know who's going to write in about this probably is Bronco, because he lives in that area, or he lives in Canada.
Oh, right. Well, he lives in Canada, yeah.
But he knows a lot about like combustion and that sort of stuff. So I'll bet he experts in on this and tells us.
We get a lot of emails from him. We don't read them all on the air, but we get a lot of great emails from him that clarify mistakes that we've made.
Jeff knows stuff. He knows things.
He does.
He works at a
I
plant.
think he thinks he knows more than he really knows. I'm just kidding. I just send him up for one more angry email.
He works at a nuclear plant. And
he yelled at me about that Oreo reference that I made.
Oh.
About breaking an Oreo and finding blue filling inside.
Oh, he gave you crap about that?
He did, yeah.
I don't remember what the thing was. What was the deal?
It was a reference to Watchmen.
Oh, right. You doing the spoiler. I mean, it kind of was a spoiler a little bit. I mean, if you know anything about Watchmen and you hear somebody making a blue reference, you're like, oh.
Well, okay, all right. Well, I mean, you can connect the dots and say, but we saw blue in the trailer.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. We knew that blue was going to be featured in the Watchmen.
Yeah,
I didn't know what episode it was going to happen in, and that was what he was all upset about. Believe me, dude, that is like the least surprising thing that happens in the course of that show.
Yeah, I just said nuclear, and they're saying I said nuclear, and I didn't. I said nuclear.
You can occasionally say nuclear.
Yeah, but not today.
But you didn't, not this time. No, I think you said nuclear.
Yeah, I said nuclear. I got it right. What are you talking about, Brainbow? Or no, Jackalope Ashley?
We might need to. We might need a playback.
All right, somebody go find it. I'm not doing the work. That's a pain in my ass. Someone go find it. See if I did it. Nuclear
Days.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Nuclear.
Great album by the Vapors.
Nuclear is what my dad used to say, so therefore half my house grew up saying it that way. And then I had to fix myself. I had to change it. It's like people with a stutter. They don't stutter anymore. Nuclear. All right. Here. What's this? I have a file called Nuke. Oh. Well, that's boring. That's boring. Hold on. No, not that.
Nuclear warheads.
Oh, jeez. What's that from?
What's that from?
I don't know. Some film sack. I don't know. I don't remember.
Some of those I'm like, why did he save? So why'd you save that one that just got the guy going? Nuke.
Oh, that's probably from RoboCop 2, because Nuke was the drug. Remember the street drug?
Oh, right.
Yeah, and it's that weird gangly actor who we always talk about, who always plays like a molester or something weird. I can't think of his name. Someone who's the bad guy in RoboCop 2 chat room? Come on, kick it up a notch.
This is the guy from Last Action Hero too, right?
Yeah, the
first,
weird
guy goes after.
Weird looking, creepy.
Yeah.
Oh. Kurtwood Smith.
Not,
that's it.
Not Kurtwood Smith. Kurtwood Smith was the dad in.
Different guy. He's red. Yeah.
That '70s show. Yeah.
That's not him. Different guy. He's the drug lord in 2. Number one had Kurtwood Smith. Not Steve Buscemi.
No. Tom Noonan.
That's it.
Tom Noonan.
That dude is weird.
He is weird.
He's probably the nicest guy.
He's the nicest guy in the world.
I know, right? I always think that when the guys that always play a creep, you're just sure they're the nicest people in real life.
Here, I'll put a photo of Tom Noonan in the chat room so people can say, "Oh, that Tom Noonan."
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, there you go. There's a great shot of Tom Noonan.
All right. Let me see what he looks like. Oh, jeez. That's something recent? What is that?
I don't know what that's from. It's from his IMDb page.
Got a little too much breast for my taste.
Oh, Blacklist. It's from the Blacklist.
Oh, he's on that, is he?
Yeah, he's a bad guy on the blacklist.
He's a trippy dude, that guy.
Here's a shot of him from Last Action Hero.
All right.
Pasty paste, pasty
Pasty
paste.
pastes.
There
Welcome
you
to
go.
Pasty Paste. Can I get you a drink? Oh, look at that. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
He's trying to push nuke on people. See. Trying to get him to take the nuke. All right. Here's the story.
Okay.
We did the blown up car one. Quentin Tarantino in the news.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino's Star Trek movie is probably not going to happen after all.
Oh, color me surprised.
Yeah,
I would have
Tony.
loved to have seen it, but I would have said there was a bigger likelihood that it wasn't going to happen than it was.
Yeah, it never did feel like a sure deal, but he was like, "Yeah, you don't. They give not enough feet. They wouldn't let me shoot a lot of feet. I want feet." Says here, we probably should have seen this coming. Remember that R-rated Quentin Tarantino Star Trek movie, the one that was in the works at Paramount, the one that Tarantino said he was planning to direct on multiple occasions? Well, it's probably not going to happen. Tarantino now says, quote, he's steering away from the project, which means we'll never get to see his take on Star Trek. While speaking at a Consequence of Sound. Oh, no, speaking with Consequence of Sound, I guess, which is some, I don't know what they are.
It's a website.
Is it? All right.
Yep.
Tarantino decided to crush the hopes and dreams of anyone hoping to see what an R-rated Star Trek movie might look like with him at the helm. Quote, I think I'm steering away from Star Trek. But I haven't had an official conversation with those guys yet, the director said, adding that his desire to return soon has contributed to his decision. Oh, retire soon, not return.
Retire soon.
I don't know why I read that word. In a strange way, it seems like he says it seems like this movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, could be my last. So I've taken the pressure off myself to make that last big voila kind of statement. To such a degree that there is a moment when I was writing it and went, should I do this now? Should I do something else? Is this the 10th one? No, I don't stop the planets from aligning. What are you, Galacticus? If the Earth is saying to do it, do it. Nice not Galacticus, Galactus reference, by the way. Well done, Tarantino.
Galactus, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Says, not that it was an argument, but a little thought like, well, if I'm going to go out like Mad Max Ophius style, Lola Montez, this is it. I don't know what he's talking about there, but whatever.
I don't either. It's just like, he's just all of a sudden...
It's probably one of his old movies he loves, like some 70s schlock
he's
movie.
all about the references, right?
Yeah, he loves that.
Yeah.
I
I was just expecting like to have some sort of number one, we'd have Samuel Jackson interviewing a Paclid.
Yeah. Oh.
What planet you from? What? What ain't no planet I've ever heard of? They speak English on what?
We are not smart. You will have to explain yourself.
Say what one more time, Paclid. Double dare you. Triple dare you.
I mean, honestly, he probably would have had him in there in some something Samuel L. Jackson can do in a Star Trek movie, right? You could have had him be an admiral
Let me have a taste of your tea, Earl Grey hot. That is one refreshing drink. How about if I have a little...
So just Pulp Fiction then, you're thinking. Just mush all that in there.
Just Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine. I'm in. Anyway, probably not going to do it. But I think he wants to do a smaller movie now, like some extra little side thing. And that would be what he would retire on. So he does go on to say here, he says, if we're going to go out like that, this would have to be the one, meaning the one big one. But he says in a weird way, it kind of freed me up. I mean, I have no idea what the story of the next one's going to be. I don't even have a clue. In other words, he doesn't have to try to top himself. Whatever he does doesn't mean all of his other movies are trash. He can just go out Tarantino style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you don't want your movie that you've decided to be your last movie to be a flop.
No.
No. It doesn't have to top all of his other movies, but it has to be at least on the same level. There's pressure there that I don't think he's considering.
And maybe the way you'd probably handle that the best is you keep people wanting and never do it.
Yeah.
Like if he just never does it, we'll be both mad but also sad. But then we'll also think that the genius left too soon. It'll never be you overstayed your welcome.
Right.
Unless you already hate Tarantino and then you don't care about what we're talking about at all.
If he were to, and I know he won't because he doesn't do sequels, but if he were to make a sequel of any of his other movies to do as his final film, what would you want it to be?
Oh my gosh, Brian, that's a really good question.
I mean, I guess some of these things take place in the same universe, right?
Maybe. the Tarantino verse.
Yeah.
So many people are dead by the end of his movies, but I would probably say, well, they're too old for it, and Max Cherry just died. But I wouldn't mind seeing a follow-up to what's her name? Can't think of her name. Is that movie?
Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown. I like Jackie
Yeah.
Brown a lot. I don't think you could do Kill Bill again because Bill's dead, literally and
No, but
figuratively.
you could. I mean, The Bride could continue on. That's
possible. Yeah, she looks great. She could totally do it. I don't know if I mean that was already kind of it got its sequel, even though it was really one big movie.
right.
If I had to pick, this is gonna seem like a weird pick, but I want to see if maybe, just maybe, Sam Jackson and what's his?
John Travolta.
No, I can't think of his name. The guy from
I guess John Travolta's dead in the Pulp Fiction verse.
yeah, he's gone. He was shot in the.
Shot
Where did
in
he
the
get shot? In the
crapper.
apartment, right in the crapper. Oh yeah, he was on the
Oil.
shitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
He went out. He went out Lannister style. He was like Tywin
That's
Lannister.
right, exactly.
I can't think of his name all of a sudden. Was Shane on the Shield? The Justified. Boyd Crowder.
Walton Goggins.
Walton Goggins and Samuel L. Jackson's character from
from
Hateful Eight.
Eight.
Do they live? And if they live, what next? I would be into that. Because I keep coming back to this because I'm never quite sure. I think that's my favorite Tarantino movie. I love Hateful Eight.
I'm saying a sequel to the to 1/4 of Four Rooms, where Tarantino's character goes around to different hotels doing that same chop off the finger thing, and it's just 2 hours of that.
Nice.
All right, let's go to Holiday Inn Express. Go get the bellhop.
Oh my gosh.
Called One More Room.
Yeah, just one more room. I love
Just
that.
one more room.
You can get what's his name still around?
Bruce Willis is still around.
Yeah. All those people. Get whoever
Who
you
else was
need.
in that?
You need just that part because you need the bellhop too, right?
Jennifer-
You want the bellhop?
You need You need Roth. You need Tim Roth. You
Yeah.
need Jennifer Beals, who's just walking around in a robe
Yeah,
because she just washed her hair.
yeah. That's her job. She can do
Who
it.
else? Who else is in that scene?
I forget. For some reason, Woody
Can't remember the
Harrelson
guy
comes
who
to
loses
mind.
a finger.
Actually, you know what? Woody Harrelson needs to be in a Tarantino movie before Tarantino quits. I think that needs to happen.
Oh, Woody Harrelson. Oh, that's
Now that needs to happen, but and some people are going to say, Scott, he was in the Tarantino scripted film. What's the name of it? The one where they were him and what's her name were killers.
True Romance.
True Romance. No, not True Romance. The other one.
Natural Born Killers.
Yes, Natural Born Killers. He wrote the script for, right? I think, didn't he?
He did. Yeah.
So he kind of did, but
Or
I'm
produced
saying,
it?
yeah, he wrote it. I thought, didn't he write it?
Okay.
I thought he wrote it. Because
Might have wrote it.
that was back when he was just pushing scripts around Hollywood. It wasn't. I don't think he directed anything yet.
Right.
But what I'm getting at is, Woody needs to be in a proper,
in a proper
Tarantino movie,
film.
don't you think? Oh man, that's a mistake if you don't make that happen. I don't know why. It just seems like the right combo to me, but whatever.
Oh, Paul Calderone, by the way, is the guy who got his finger cut off, and he was also in Pulp Fiction. I want to say he's in Bosch as is he in Bosch? I think he's in Bosch as one of the other detectives that works alongside Bosch.
Oh, okay.
But not his partner.
Okay. Oh, the older guy. I know who you mean.
The older guy. Yep.
Yeah, that the other partnership who he runs into all the time and kind of works here and there with.
Yep.
On the show
Yep.
Botch. That's the show Botch.
Right.
Yeah.
Botch.
On Amazon
debauchery.
Prime now. Go check out Botch. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Bill will be here. I got a big fat question for him. Plus, he's probably got some other cool stuff. And Jury Duty. We'll have Jury stop by. We're going to get a quick take on his finale of Watchmen review. No spoilers. But then I got to ask.
Did he continue watching it even after he hated it?
Oh yeah, I think he was going to see it through. But
okay.
although I guess I haven't heard about the finale if he has, but we'll find out today, I guess. And then I want to ask him about Yang and is it even possible that anyone of color will ever win again in any presidential race? Anyway, there's all that coming up, so stick around. Before that, though, Brian's got a song he will play now. What is it?
Yes, let's go up to the Pacific Northwest for an indie pop band called Patternist. They have a brand new album out called I Don't Know What I'm Doing Here, out courtesy of In Vogue Records. This is the lead single from it. It's got a great video for it, too. It's called "Features Dead, Angela." I don't
Jeez.
know. They don't say that in the song, as far as I remember, but it's great. It's a really, really good song. Patternist, "Features Dead, Angela."
All right, here it is. Weirdest song title of all time. Enjoy. We'll be right back.
About 2 months ago, a green eyeball was seen up in the sky. This eyeball was so big it blotted out the sun, okay?
The morning stream. No, you better don't.
All right, we're back, everybody. Welcome back to the program.
Yes.
Does anyone remember this? This is some old school ELR. That's my impression
That's
of
your of anime.
Yeah, anime girls. Exactly. That's
Yes. Yeah, I totally remember that.
it. Yeah, old ELR reference there. Anyway,
Ah,
I went
ELR.
through some old files this weekend. As you noticed, I sent you some videos and some stuff.
Yes.
And found this amazing old Ken Kratz. I think I put it up on Twitter.
Oh, yes, you did as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, you texted it to me and
So
then you put it on
good.
Twitter.
It is one of my favorite things. What happened to that app? There was an app that let you.
I know. What was that?
I don't know what it was called, but I used to. That was so much dumb fun to mess with that thing.
Mhm.
And
'Cause
Brian,
you could put any photo you wanted in there
yes.
and then put your face in the mount like it was Thunderbirds, basically. Like you could create Thunderbirds with the.
Yeah.
I guess Thunderbirds was more marionettes.
Well, what's weird about it is you look like his face. You are him.
Like, let's clarify.
I mean, you know what I mean. Like facially
what you
wise, it's not too crazy. It doesn't like take me away from it too
when
much.
when you take just like my nose and mouth, maybe even my eyes,
Yeah.
you can put them on Ken Kratz's face.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, and it still looks like Ken Kratz.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Let's put it that way.
All right, we'll put it that way. You are otherwise nothing like Ken Kratz. by the
Thank
way.
you. Thank you. That's
I wanted to make sure to get that out because Brian is nothing like one of the great lawyer douchebags of the 21st century. All right. Now this.
Your bat cave's open there, Bill.
It's Bill Duran joining us all the way from beautiful Seattle, Washington, where his rain,
morning.
your rain turns into
Good
our
morning.
snow, which is fantastic. Hey, Bill, it's good to have you here. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic because my friend April brought me bagels from New Jersey.
Oh, she's
Would
home.
that be Viking Lass?
Yeah, it would
That's
be.
right.
I thought she was out there for the holidays. I guess
Just a short trip.
part of them. Okay, that's good.
What's important is she's back and she brought me bagels.
That's the important. Yeah, look at me forgetting the important part here. Well, that's good. We miss April. I haven't seen her in so long. How long's it been, Brian? From forever
Oh
since
God.
we've seen her.
Yeah. 3 years, 4
Yeah.
years.
Spectacular.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. So I guess a couple years.
couple years. Ever since Bill started keeping her in the basement and only feeding her twice a day and
Mm-hmm.
slaving her out for the work he needs. I mean,
It puts the bagel on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
puts the bagel on the skin. Anyway, Bill's here. He comes on Tuesdays. We talk about making and building cool things. I had a question for you before you kick off today. You ready for
All
this?
right. Lay it on me.
How soon is Bill making the Mandalorian rifle? The long range, like disintegrate
Oh.
his foes rifle. When is this happening?
So I'm probably not going to build that because Bob made one, Odin made one, my friend Anna's making one, and I'm sure a dozen other people are making one, and they all look great. I
Right.
don't need to scratch that itch.
Okay.
I already made the Mandalorian's helmet,
Yeah.
so I'm doing pretty good.
All right. Any desire to make your own Baby Yoda or something like that?
And again, no, that's been done to death already, so
Yeah.
I'm good. I can enjoy those pictures from the internet and work on something else I'm obsessed about.
There you go.
That is
Exactly.
an interesting. I just want people to take note of how that little conversation just happened because basically what you're saying is focus on where you have the passion and the other stuff. Don't do it just because everybody thinks you should or that it's the hot thing. And
Right.
That's good advice.
So,
I like it.
So anyway, I made a lightsaber.
Unrelated to any of this, you made a lightsaber. Fantastic.
Yeah.
No, this is true. You did. Let's see this thing. I want to show everybody.
I did. Yeah, it's over at punishprops.com. So a lightsaber handle was probably the first prop I ever built, as far as I can remember. When I was like 16, I took a bunch of PVC pipes and washers and super glued them all together, and I made a lightsaber handle. And it was awful, and it probably fell apart right away. But I love lightsabers. I like swords, and for some reason, since then, in the ensuing 20 years, I have not yet made or acquired a lightsaber that makes lights and sound.
Oh, I'm surprised.
I know, me too, right? It
Yeah.
seems like that's a prop maker law, at least a bylaw
Right,
anyway.
right.
You gotta have a lightsaber with sounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I made one.
Nice.
Now, of course, there's a new Star Wars movie coming out this week, and of course, I made the new version that was in the trailer that Rey has. So she has modified the original because it broke. I mean, we don't know the story, but it appears that she has gotten it working again. I went and took screenshots from the trailer, and based on the original one, I was able to 3D model the new version. But also because I'm a crazy person, I 3D modeled the version from A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, which is technically the same version as the one from Force Awakens.
Yeah, Force Awakens is supposed to be, I was going to say, is the same weapon.
So I modeled all those versions, and I'm giving them out for free over on the website. If anyone wants to 3D print their own lightsaber, you've got options.
I know a guy with a 3D printer that
You know a guy with 3.5 3D printers.
Might be obsessed, you might say, with 3D printing.
Might be.
Yeah. All right, very cool. So that was my chief question here: is were you going to start with pipes and then build onto some kind of pipes? But you went like straight. I'm going to 3D print all these parts and make a 3D printed lightsaber.
So to get it to light up and make sounds, I teamed up with my friend Sophie Wong. She is an absolute wizard. She put together all of the electronics, and what's cool is she was able to leave me a prototype with all the boards and batteries and everything. And then I 3D modeled my lightsaber handle around those parts so that they all fit together. If people were to go buy those same parts and 3D print the same files, they would all fit together. And then we put them all together. Did a lot of sanding because I 3D printed all mine in ABS, and I sanded it all nice and smooth. Painted them with metallic lacquers to give them that real metallic look. And then we put all the electronics in them. So the blade part is a polycarbonate tube, and then inside of it is, I want to say, 2 strips of 144 LEDs or something like that. Just a crazy amount of LEDs. They're all NeoPixels, which means you can address them all and change the color of all of them if you want.
Individually, so like you could have a rainbow blade.
Yeah, you could have a rainbow blade. You could have a rave mode. You could be any color of the rainbow for your Jedi, and it's all like it's cool. I made a little sled that you can slide out of the handle with the electronics on it, so you can plug a USB plug into it. You can charge the battery. You can change the code, so if you want to alter the color.
Yeah, but you know what's really cool about that is that means that you can have them on a delay so that it looks like in faster motion than that, but have them all light up in sequence.
Yeah.
At the start, so that it looks like the light is coming out of the.
Oh yeah. So I think with the way the code is by default, I think it does that automatically. So when you hit go, it extends.
Oh,
it looks like
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
and
so
then the
cool.
opposite when you turn it off and it plays the appropriate sound and everything. And it just makes me giggle every time
That's
I
cool.
do it.
Do you have to worry about how much diffusion do you have to put in there to make sure that it doesn't look like a bunch of different lights, like it all looks like one steady light?
So we used parchment paper just from like the bakery
okay.
aisle and just wrapped that around it a few times and then stuffed the LEDs in there.
That's perfect. That's like white light diffusion. It's perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
It worked great.
Yeah. I'm looking at so you've painted this already. Man, I'm always impressed how quickly your 3D printed stuff starts to look like metal. I just don't know how you do it. It's crazy.
Just a lot of sandpaper.
Yeah.
Just lots of sandpaper.
How much? I'm curious about time on this. How long did this particular job take?
Let me think. It was a day or two of 3D modeling. Sophie did some work on her end to get the electronics ready, and then we built them together in 3 full days. So it's 3 full days worth of work.
Mm-hmm.
But that's filming and working while we film. We also built 2 lightsabers, not just one. So yeah.
Can you? I just saw him light it for the first time. That looked amazing. Oh, you're such a nerd. Look at you. All right, so here's my question: is it possible that you think it's ever going to be possible for a light to extend to a certain length and stop there, so that we don't have to put them in plastic? That we could create basically lightsabers that they wouldn't do anything if you ran it through something, but we could figure out a way to stop light and create like a hard beam of light. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, this is a science question.
I was gonna say, so you see, Scott, I went to art school. I don't know if that's possible.
I just always think of that.
I want it to be possible.
I always
I mean,
think of that.
a light does fall off. You know, like it does. Photons will fall off at a certain point where like you can have a light that. Oh, sorry, I've got Bill talking in my ear because I've got the video playing. I should have muted it.
Yeah.
But no, not like at a stopping point that abrupt.
That would be so cool.
Fade.
Imagine if we could get to do that. How suddenly lightsabers would get just so rad, like immediately, and you wouldn't have to do a big plasticky thing or have a boring replica without any kind of light functionality. Like it would just be oh my gosh, I would love that. And Bill, you could make $1 billion making them for people.
That I could spend on the lawsuit when people start losing limbs to these things.
Yeah.
I made one of your lightsabers and I accidentally cut off my arm.
Yeah, well, assuming that they don't hurt anybody, right? Let's say the light is not
Okay,
harmful.
okay.
Then all you have to do is spend all that lawsuit money on Disney suing you for making money on their product. Yeah. So you'll be fine either way. All right, you guys go watch this whole video. It's very good, and it looks amazing. It looks like a real an awesome project. Great time of year for it too. Nice job.
Yeah. If you're looking for a fun 3D printing project too, it's great.
That's awesome. Any little bonus content today? Got a little something?
Absolutely. So the folks over at NYC CNC are building a life-size replica of Johnny 5 from Short Circuit. And they are farming out some of the parts to their machining friends. So my friend Winston Moy, made a segment of Johnny 5's finger. So if you want to see someone machining a finger segment from Johnny 5, look up Winston Moy over on YouTube. I've brought him up before. It is CNC like hobbyist machining, and if that's something you're interested in, he's the guy. Yeah. Definitely go check it out.
Disassemble.
Yeah, disassemble. Johnny 5 is alive.
Input.
Oh, I hate those movies. I really hate them, but I love this as a project.
Great.
They're not great. They're bad. But I love it.
So good.
I'll say the first movie's okay. The sequels or sequel, was there ever more than one? I don't know.
Yeah.
Garbage
there was
poop.
just the one, yeah.
Horrible sequel.
You know what? I haven't seen them probably in 15 years, and now I'm afraid to.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
It feels like Fisher Stevens' impersonation of a Pakistani, or I can't remember what nationality that guy's supposed to be. Just feels like some pretty bad racism stereotype.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that dude's even legit. Like,
no, not at all. No, he's a white guy. Was married for a little while to Michelle Pfeiffer, if you can believe that.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute, really? What?
I'm currently standing beside myself. Yeah, like it's.
What the heck? What was she doing? What was she slumming for that? He's just a goober, that guy. All right, fine, whatever. Who am I to judge people's weird relationships? That's what I say.
Exactly.
Bill, it's a pleasure as always. I hope you're having a fantastic Christmas time season deal.
Mm-hmm.
We're back. Let's see. We're on the air next Tuesday. Are you around?
Okay.
I guess I should ask. Just ask
no,
now.
I don't think I'll be around.
All right, so he'll probably be gone. So from all of us here at TMS Central, we want to wish Bill and Brittany a fabulous Christmas time, and the cats,
of course,
and your slave labor who lives in the basement, April. All of you, a merry Christmas and a happy good time.
You got it. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you guys.
We'll see you soon. Bye now.
All right.
Simply wishing you a wonderful
Christmas time. Ugh.
I guess didn't marry Michelle Pfeiffer, but was with her for 3 years.
Oh, well, lucky him, I guess.
That's longer than most Hollywood marriages, really.
Yeah, if we're being honest. Not since James Stewart have we had a marriage longer than 10 years or something. All right, let's pull in who? Oh, Justin. Duh.
Justin.
Let's see if he's around. It's launch day for a new episode for him, so.
That's right. Episode 3.
Yeah. episode tree. Always excited to get him on, talk about what's going on with that and other things. If I could find his bumper, I'd play it. Here it is.
These are their stories.
Oh, I'm terrible with names.
Oh my gosh, it's Justin Robert Young joining us. Hi, Justin.
Well, hello, friends. How are you?
I'm good. Where are you already traveling, or where are you now? Are you?
Yeah,
That's definitely the sound of traveling.
Yeah, I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I've already had 2 beers. So go fire away.
Perfect. That's fantastic. Are you on your way to
And
Florida?
actually, wait. No. I'm on my way to Austin so I can bang out all the night attacks until the end of the year and do a few other fun things. But let me start this segment by chastising you.
Oh.
How dare you denigrate the Great Short Circuit 2? And may Los Locos kick your balls into outer space.
Dude, that movie's terrible. This might explain why I like Watchmen and you don't. That now I understand.
Short Circuit 2 doesn't
Yeah.
even
Oh,
focus on-
no. It does. It explains everything. It explains everything about the fact that you would enjoy Watchmen.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Along
God.
with the
Short
rest of
Circuit
it.
2 doesn't even feature Ali Sheedy or Steve Gutenberg from the original. It focuses solely on
The racist
Fisher
guy.
Yes.
Stevens' racist character from the first one.
Yeah.
No. It focused solely on Johnny Five, who is indeed alive.
Oh, how dare you.
You probably like Weekend at Bernie's too, don't you?
I would say no. I don't know. I mean, I liked robots more than I liked dead people when I was a child. So I don't quite have the same affection for Weekend at Bernie's.
Because Bernie is not alive.
I had
like 5 movies he's not alive.
I had a wicked.
No, but I
wicked,
liked robots. I liked robots as a kid, and I liked robots talking about befriending Mexican gangs.
Sure, why not? Robots are
Jeez.
cool. I had a wicked crush on Ali Sheedy for most of my youth. And but she was only in the first one, so maybe that's my problem. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but you're insane.
See? There we go. Getting led around by your gonads.
I see. Grab me by the peen and never let go. So, hey, check this out. While you're traveling around the country, I got a couple questions for you. Political question. Are you in a like an airport? Where are you right now?
Yeah, I'm in the Albuquerque International Airport.
Okay, fantastic. If anything comes up or whatever, you just yell or tell us, and we're good to go. All right.
Don't worry.
So we've had some additional dropouts from the Democratic, not debates, running. No more Kamala Harris.
The entire debate dropped out of the debate briefly over the weekend because they would not cross a union picket line at Loyola Marymount University. But that, as of this morning, has been rectified.
Okay.
They are now going to do the debate.
So they had their way in 2 ways. They got to seem like they're with the common man. And at the same time, they got their debate back because it was probably going to come back anyway. Right? Do I have that right?
And also, the head of the DNC is Obama's old labor secretary.
Yeah.
So they had that.
Okay.
They basically brought in like the former national person who would handle labor disputes to handle a dispute between Sodexo and a local union for Loyola Marymount University,
Wow.
which I assume that they were able to expedite that issue.
Seems like, sure. Those are big names. All right, so, but now we're down to, we got one candidate of color, Andrew Yang, in there.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
Which
else.
everybody saw that one coming.
Yeah. So I like that guy. Him and Pete are my dudes that if I'm going to, again, I'd like to make clear to the listening audience, I would take a festering,
yes, I know. We know. Skip to the end.
We already have a festering turd. Is that what you're going to say?
No, I was going to say festering camel
come on,
testicle,
we get
but
it,
it's fine.
Move on. Yes.
So anything's better is what I'm saying. And
Yes.
and I like Yang, and I think he's got interesting ideas, and I like his tech background and all this. How long does he last though? We're probably done soon, right? He's out.
Well, he very barely by the skin of his teeth qualified for this debate, which means that if as everybody else drops out, things reshift, he might make the debate in January, depending on what the thresholds are. But I would be shocked if he lasts further than New Hampshire.
Okay. Then my next question is, who's after that? Like, if you had to guess.
Who drops out after that? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people that, like Booker and Castro that are not going to make this debate that probably should drop out because they don't have a shot to be president of the United States of America.
Yeah.
So I would say that those are probably the next ones. But in terms of the people on the stage, I mean, who knows? Because really, like Tom Steyer and Michael Bloomberg are candidates that are going to be in there until, I don't know, they get bored because they're rich enough to be in there forever if they want.
Right. Okay. I have a feeling it'll. Aren't we at that phase where people start dropping like flies, though? Because this is kind of it.
No.
No?
No. Now we're actually at the hibernation point. So the only reason why Kamala Harris dropped out was because if she had stayed into late December, she would have been locked into the California ballot, which would have meant that when the California primary happened, she would get slaughtered. And that would be a bad look considering the fact that she has to run for re-election for Senate in a year after that.
Oh.
So she wanted off that ballot. Also, she horrendously mismanaged her campaign. It was one of the biggest tire fires of this presidential season, and she ran out of money. But all those things together show you why somebody who had very high visibility, who, by the way, had qualified for this debate. She should have been up on that stage. But she is out because of that. Beyond those disaster scenarios, we're going to really see dropouts closer to when, like, we're close enough to actual votes that people are going to see actual votes come in. And then at that point, their donors are just going to be like, yeah, no more if you're going to finish in ninth.
All right.
And that's the thing that keeps Bloomberg out of the debates, right? Is the fact that he doesn't get donations. That's one of the requirements to be in the debates, which is a bummer because I'd actually like to hear from Bloomberg to see what he's, what his
we haven't really heard from his anything.
Commercials.
Yeah,
you're right. If only there were a way that Bloomberg's opinion could make its way out into the public. That's crazy.
Okay, all right. I mean, I think you get one thing when you get them controlling the whole narrative, but you get a different thing when they're being asked questions live that they have to answer.
And also and then having rebuttals happen around them. I agree with that. Like, I would rather have him.
I mean, sure, but he should have run for president when everybody else did.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he has no one to blame for that but himself.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Kind of just annoys me, generally speaking. Bloomberg does. I don't even know why. I don't have a good reason. He just annoys me.
You would be amongst good company because that is the general, by polling, opinion of the Democratic Party.
Sure. All right. We're also. Is it this week the vote gets taken? Wednesday?
That is tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow they vote. They have the votes in Congress to be done here with their end of it. Then it goes on to the Senate where everyone is signaling that they're going to just let it die. Or I shouldn't say everyone. McConnell and Lindsey Graham are both. As far as I think those guys have sold their soul. I don't know what happened.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what happened.
But look at it like this. Number one, there is all indication that there will be less Democratic support for the actual articles of impeachment than there was for the initial authorization vote.
Right.
Which means that it seems to be becoming less popular within the party, right? Within the party that is pushing it, at least. And then polling-wise, it has become less popular. So I'm not exactly sure what anybody would have expected.
I'd be really curious. I mean, the polls, generally speaking, polls like polls, including Fox polls, are showing all kinds of support in the even in his crowd for like, hey, yeah, I'd probably ought to be impeached now. Fox and friends were all acting surprised by it.
Look at it like this. I mean, there is a difference between a number and then momentum.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Ultimately, this is not. I mean, and this is where I think this is not like anything else we've talked about.
Mm-hmm.
This is not just sticking a political point to the president. That happens all the time.
Right.
And that can poll in various different, permutations. Impeachment is last resort.
Right.
And so you need more than a majority for it to be a successful thing. There's a reason why it is a last resort. And so if you're at 40 and you want to beat your chest about it, cool. But it doesn't mean anything, and you shouldn't be surprised when it gets rejected when the other party controls the Senate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't have any I don't have any ideas in my head that this particular Senate is going to do anything other than, let it ride.
Well, but also it's like, I don't know. To me, trying to convince the nation that they know the right way of the road on Ukrainian foreign aid is something that I think was always an uphill climb for the Democrats, and I don't think that they necessarily proved it.
Well, I know we're getting there's a lot of, not stink, but a lot of ruffling going around here because we got one of our Congress people, pretty staunch Republican from the 4th District here, came out yesterday saying he's voting for impeachment, which I only bring that up because
he is?
Yeah, I forgot his name because I'm dumb and I can't think of names today. But anyway, he's largely being celebrated here for that because people don't like Trump here, despite our majority of votes from Utah voted for him. People don't like where he's gone or what he's doing. That's generally kind of just a thing you hear all the time. People talk about it a lot around here. And so now everybody.
No, the Democrat, not the Republican.
No. There was a Republican dude. What's his name? Hold on.
McAdams? Ben McAdams?
No, not him. Hold on. Shoot.
Because I'm seeing a lot of news stories for lone Democrat in Washington from Utah, Ben McAdams, supporting impeachment. I'm not seeing any Republican.
Maybe you're right. Did I screw that up? Maybe I got it backwards. Oh, here it is. Utah Rep. Oh, you're right. He's the one that took what's her name's seat.
Mia
Love's seat. Okay, I apologize. I goofed. I thought he was Republican. Why did I think that? All right. Well, then it's not okay. Well, whatever. People are happy he's doing it.
That would be news.
That would be news. That'd be a big deal.
If a Republican split from the party, that would be news. But a vulnerable Democrat is some of those are happening because Pelosi has to squeeze in. There's a great New York Times article about how much there were like literal just like give backs to some of the vulnerable Democrats to make sure that they stayed in line.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we'll see. How do you what's your take on that dude that changed parties? You have any thoughts on that guy? He's going to face a tough primary either way. So his decision politically is, do I face a tough primary as somebody who disappointed everybody or somebody who's a hero? Right.
And he chose the hero.
Right. That makes sense. All right. I hear overhead bin, so I want to give you time to pimp your latest episode of Raise the Dead. Go.
All right. So the newest episode of Raise the Dead is indeed all about Richard Nixon. Now I know what you're thinking. Richard Nixon, evil, Voldemort, Watergate, blah, blah, blah. I dare you to go back and listen to who he is in 1960 and how the road he took to be that candidate, because I think it's going to be very, very interesting. And dare I say, I think that the convention of the Republican Party in 1960, by the way, where Richard Nixon supports civil rights before the Democratic Party does, there's a striking resemblance to what we are seeing right now in the Democratic Party.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I can't wait. It's on my feet. It's on my thing. It's already downloaded. It's ready to listen to as soon as today's show ends. Y'all should be listening. RaiseTheDeadPodcast.com. Yes.
And also, if you guys like it, please go ahead and rate and review it, because that apparently does really help in the Apple algorithm or in any algorithm. So please go ahead, give us that social proof, and let people know that now 3 episodes in, the halfway mark of the series, we got 3 episodes after this, that you are really digging it.
All right, nice. Go console that small child I just heard crying, will you?
I will.
Baby in the seat right next to Justin.
Yeah.
No, it's actually, I'll tell you what, it really shows the remarkable fidelity of these headphones that you caught somebody who's like half a plane away.
Oh, wow. Weird. Yeah, I can hear the clicks. I heard the scream, but otherwise I only hear you, so it's very selective, I guess, in what we're hearing. Justin, Robert Young, everybody. Justin R. Young on Twitter. Catch him live tonight. I assume you guys are doing something live, right?
Yeah. We'll be live tonight.
All right. Stay out of trouble. We'll see you next week. All right.
Sounded like he was going to give some new lyrics to "We Didn't Start the Fire" by Billy Joel.
Yeah, he did a little
Richard
bit.
Nixon, Voldemort, Watergate.
Hey, you know what he could have done?
What's that?
Or what we should have done is he's on a plane now, right? People are all around him. They're minding their own business. They're trying to just get the workaday travel done.
Yeah.
We could have made him say something super uncomfortable, or he'd have to get all
Or
quiet.
you could have made
about
him
it.
say, "Oh, by the way, we got a listener named Jack who really wants you to say hi to him. Could you say hi to him really quick?"
That would have been great. Why didn't we think of this at the time? Dang it. I mean, he's putting himself in this vulnerable position. We may as well take advantage of it, I say.
That's right. Exactly.
All right, we're going to play the Monday morning mashup on a Tuesday because we didn't have a show yesterday.
Yeah, we have to, right?
We do. We promised Jamie. We have a fiduciary duty to our listeners. And this is a mashup. It is called Jamie Bait. All right? Jamie Bait. Let that be whatever it is.
Another line in the "We Didn't Start the Fire."
Yep.
Richard
Jamie
Nixon,
Bait.
Jamie Bait. Voldemort, Watergate.
All these things that I hate. All right, here it is. I'll play it. Enjoy.
Let's just say it had to do with the penis. Let's get to do. There's always a song in my heart and a poop in my pants.
You know what?
Part 2, I think Jabba the Hutt has milk bread.
Once it leaves your butthole, no more fart.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, Santa Claus.
What are you going to ask for from Santa Claus this year?
You better be good, or he will bring you a dirt shit.
I broke it when I yanked it too hard.
Clicky, clicky, clicky. Clickety, click. They do the big hairy lady with the glasses. What's her name? Oh, I'm going to do this twice. I'm going to do it once early in the day. I'm going to do a nice ease in there, no problem. Job, do the feet. Later in the day, I'm going to do a really hard one before bed. And do a hard one.
Sure.
Hey, cut your hair short like you did back in your coffee shop days, and I'll shave these giant, enormous monkey pits that I have.
What if it was out the butt like a ponytail?
My giant man genitalia. Something that comes out of a cocking gun next to each wiener is an amazing phrase to hear out of context. Come and get it on with the something thong.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I'm gonna buy a used phone. Can you guarantee me this phone's never been used by a gay?
I don't want no homophone.
Yeah, don't give me no homophones. How do I know a homosexual hadn't used that phone before?
I'm gonna take my pigeon to Las Vegas Strip and gonna ride till I can't no more. Pray for Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
He asked for no quid pro quo. He asked Zelensky for nothing. He wanted nothing. Tape over the nipples.
The boobies.
You got no friend in me. You got no friend in me. I'm gonna take you for all you've got. No, you've got no friend in me.
Just Jamie Bait is what this is.
It's only Jamie Bait, but
Yep.
I had to do it.
All right, now I get the reference. The Jamie Bait reference. I get it.
Jamie Bait.
Good work, Jamie, as always. Nice.
I used
stuff.
to know vagina is Jamie Bait.
Yep, there you go. Oh yeah, we're gonna hear that one again. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That's it for today's program. Hope you enjoyed it. I did. I'm glad Brian's feeling better. Tomorrow we'll have another one.
Yeah.
And
hopefully I'll be feeling even better tomorrow.
Yeah.
I had to mute a couple times to blow my nose and cough and sneeze and
like Tazon Day.
Make it step away from the microphone to snort.
Yeah.
Do a Kleenex.
Exactly. Tomorrow we'll have Tom here. It'll be his last time with us before Christmas because he is traveling to Japan Thursday for a Christmas trip with his wife, and that'll be fun. We'll have Nicole here, hopefully.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, we'll probably send Nicole a text tonight, just a reminder. Just let her
That's
know.
a really good idea.
Yeah, she's busy holidays, busy
See how
mom.
they're feeling, because I hugged them both at the elf party thing, the Alamo Draft House elf thing a couple nights ago, Saturday.
Maybe you got
they
it
got
from
me
them.
sick.
Yeah, maybe they gave it to you.
Yeah, maybe.
Because Nicole's had something or just getting over something, right?
They got the kids, and the kids get them all sick all the time.
Oh, yeah. They're incubators, those kids. I don't know. My kids didn't get sick very often. I don't know what that was about. They just didn't.
Marty, it's your kids.
When they did, it was gnarly, but it was rare. We never really had sick kids that much. I don't know why. Anyway, they'll pay for it when they're older, I guess. That's it for the show. Patreon.com/TMS is how you support us. We appreciate everyone who does. If you haven't yet, consider it. TheMorningStream@gmail.com is how you can contact us. If you're trying to do that, you can find us at frogpants.com. /TMS. And I got it's in the other room, but I think I got my Secret Santa thing. But the reason I say I think and I'm not sure is because it's devoid of any name at all and is also related to another different show I do. But I think it must be it. I don't know.
So this is like the first year that you've
it's the first year I've done
gotten
it.
into the Secret Santa. Oh, cool.
Yeah. I sent mine out. I don't know if they've got it yet. Should soon, if not already. I know you got yours.
Mine came addressed to Rogue that teleports to blue.
Oh.
Or no, Mr. Teleports to blue. So
what is that?
Oh, that was in Tadpole Santa. That was FERT Secret Santa. Because we have one for the FERT raid group too.
Oh, I didn't know they were doing
I know who that is. And then I also got something from Daniel Halstead that is awesome. He signed it. He said, "I'm your Tad Santa." He sent me some pecan fireballs from Texas. They are hot. They're basically like spicy turtles.
Those sound great.
Yeah.
I can't eat that anymore.
You can't eat that. Yeah.
That's all right. 20 pounds says I'm good.
Exactly.
All right. Well, there you go then. We'll be here tomorrow. So check us then. Brian, do you have a song to play now?
No, I don't play the songs. Hallie wrote in and said, "Hi, Scott and Brian. My husband James introduced me to TMS in the winter several years ago, and I've loved listening ever since. I've been wanting to request a cover for a while now for James, who is so selfless and caring that I didn't even know his favorite band until recently because he always lets me pick what music we listen to. James recently got a promotion and is the best parent to our 1-year-old daughter. Please play a Led Zeppelin cover for him. Thanks again, Hallie." Aww. So
that's awesome.
She says that his favorite Led Zeppelin album is the live album "How the West Was Won," which is great because I mean it is a bunch of Led Zeppelin classics anyway, so it's really easy to pick a Led Zeppelin cover from that. Let's go with a version of "Heartbreaker," very bluesy slide guitar "Heartbreaker," originally by Led Zeppelin, covered here by Bjorn Berge from his 2007 album "I'm the Antipop." Here is Bjorn Berge and "Heartbreaker."
I'll take your word for it that that's a real person. Here goes. Enjoy. We'll see you later. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
Just seeing the box gets you excited.
Oh, okay. All right. Another ELR era clip, that one there.